Welcome in to an intentional lounging solo game breakdown brought to you by Better and Green. Today we are breaking down the highly anticipated matchup for Week 9 of the NFL slate, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills, going at 4:25 Eastern start time. Not sure why they couldn't flex this game into the Sunday night game. Instead, we have Seattle and Washington. That should be a little bit more of a stinker than the game that we have on deck here for America's Game of the Week in the afternoon slate on Sunday. But guys, before I get into this solo game breakdown, if you do want plays on all the games on the board for Sunday and Monday night, we have our full intentional lounging video out now on our YouTube page. So go check that out. While you're there, drop us a like, leave us a comment, let us know your best bet for the NFL slate on that video. And if you have not subscribed already, consider doing so, guys. We cover NFL very heavily, college football, MMA, UFC, college basketball starting on Monday. Cannot wait for that. NHL, NBA, MLB, soccer. We cover everything at Better and Green, so please consider subscribing if you have not done so already. And then on this video, guys, if you can hit that like button for me if you enjoy the content. Drop me a thumbs up if you agree in the comment section. If you agree with my pick here, give me a thumbs up. But, guys, let's get into the game. Buffalo currently a 2.5-point home underdog in this game, over under 52.5. Obviously, not much of a secret where I'm going in this game. I do like Buffalo plus the points at home in this spot here. Couple reasons why. Let's start by looking at Kansas City here. Kansas City obviously opened up the season struggling. They started their year 0-2, dropping the game in Brazil to the Chargers, and then losing the Super Bowl rematch to the Philadelphia Eagles. Got right against the Giants and the Ravens before dropping a Monday Night Football game to the Jaguars, and then have reeled off 3 straight really, really impressive wins against the Lions on, I believe that was Sunday Night Football, the Raiders, and the Commanders. I know the Raiders and Commanders, not great teams, but the way they manhandled them was pretty impressive. They put up 31 on the Raiders, allowed 0. Commanders 28-7. So they have combined for 89 points here over the last 3 games, have allowed just 24. So Chiefs really coming back into their dynasty form as of late with some really impressive wins. Now they head to Buffalo before their bye week. Obviously a huge game here. The Chiefs, it's basically been Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals over the last few years. Bengals not so much with the Joe Burrow injuries, but really Ravens and Bills have been the teams that the Chiefs would mostly circle on their schedule. So it is a big matchup here for Kansas City. That being said, I don't think Kansas City holds any value at this stage in the campaign here off of those 3 wins that I just mentioned. You know, earlier in the season against the Giants, that game against the Ravens, they held a lot of value because teams were jumping off Kansas City saying the dynasty was over. This team's going to, miss the playoffs was a big narrative there early in the season. And now they're the Kansas City of old. So I think this is just a bad time to be jumping on Kansas City. I think all the value has been extracted from this team for the time being. And I think that leaves you having to look at Buffalo or pass on this football game. You look at the Buffalo side here, I do like Buffalo in this spot. They're off a big win against the Carolina Panthers on the road, 40-9. That was off a bye week where they had 2 straight losses going into their bye, so that was a nice get-right game. That was their first win of the month of October, their only win in October. They had not won since the last week of September against the Saints, where they started 4-0. So I think that was a huge get-right win there for them against the Panthers. Their rush defense looked a lot better. That was their weak spot coming into the season, early in the season. They contained Carolina, who really have a good rushing offense with Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. Really were able to contain them, had a great defensive showing. And I think that brings a lot of intensity and momentum into this game with Kansas City. It's a home game here for Buffalo. It's going to be a raucous crowd going. On deck, they do have the Dolphins on the road. They've already taken care of the Dolphins earlier this season, so no look-ahead spot. Kansas City is the game that they have had circled on their schedule for this season. And then you look at history here, and Ben from Better and Green, our resident Chiefs fan, he is very good at bringing up this point. the Bills, mostly the Bills, also sometimes the Ravens, the Bengals, they can get to the Chiefs in the regular season, but when it comes down to it in the postseason, that's when the Chiefs always prevail. In the past, have always prevailed. Josh Allen is 4-0 in the regular season, I believe. 4-1, 4-1 in the regular season against Patrick Mahomes here, with his only loss being his first game against him. So, you know, I don't know that the Chiefs necessarily take the game as seriously as the Bills do. You know, this is kind of little brother, big brother. Everyone in the AFC aspires to be the Chiefs, and the Chiefs. They've been kings of the AFC for years and years and years, and I think every opponent, they just don't take it as seriously. Where Buffalo coming into this year, they were favored in every single game. They were supposed to be the team to come out of the AFC. Now they're a dog at home. I think they're going to take that personally here against Kansas City. I would lean with Buffalo in this game. Also, going back to last week, favorites covered 11. They went 11-2 against the spread. It was a historic week for the NFL favorites. I do expect that to come back down, and I like the dogs a lot this week. Dogs and under. I think we see a very dog-heavy week in the NFL. Buffalo as the home dog here might be a little bit public. We're going to see how the money splits come out on Sunday before kickoff here, but I like Buffalo. I think I don't know that they should necessarily be the underdog. I think this should be closer to a pick 'em. I'm going to take the points with Buffalo in the spot. I think they get the outright victory. If these teams replay in the playoffs, could be a different story here. But for this regular season Week 9 matchup, give me Buffalo plus the points. Also, don't hate Buffalo in a teaser. Although Kansas City can blow out anybody, so it does give me some hesitation there. Getting them in that teaser, you'd have to find a dancing partner for them. But give me Buffalo, guys, plus the points for your solo game breakdown for Sunday, America's Game of the Week, Kansas City and the Buffalo Bills. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you agree. Again, if you do, drop me a thumbs up in the comments. Hit the like button for me. If you disagree, let me know why you're looking at the Chiefs. Would really love to hear your guys' opinions on this game. It's obviously a massive game on the NFL slate. So looking forward to this game, guys. Best game of the weekend in the NFL by far. So thank you, as always, for watching, guys. Trying to get more of these solo game breakdowns out. We killed the solo game breakdowns back in September. Didn't do as many in October, but we'll try to get at least one out per week moving forward. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. Like this video if you enjoy the content. Let me know which side you're on in the comments. And until next time, hope you all have a profitable week in the NFL. We'll see you next time for another Intentional Lounging solo game breakdown brought to you by Better and Green.